Hi everyone, my name is Paulius. Nice to see you. Just to check, as always, if you've been to our other webinars, we have on your right hand side. You should be able to see public chat option. Please drop me a line in the chat if you can hear me and see me. Okay. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic for everybody else. Just public chat on the right side, you will see those like two little speaking clouds. Anybody? All good? Okay. So let's start then. Fantastic, thank you. So today we'll be talking about how applying to England universities or UK in general will look from now on. So obviously there was a number of changes over the recent years, and Brexit is one of them about which we will touch upon later in the session. My name is Paulius Jakuitis. I'm head of studies abroad, working in both Lithuania and Latvia for a Kalba group. The ultimate aim for this session is to actually find out all the answers you may need for studies abroad in the United Kingdom, or maybe alternatives for the United Kingdom. So if at any point you will not be sure about what exactly I mean, if you don't know about something I'm telling you about and you want to find out more, if you heard something and want to just double check, this is all your time. Please ask the question and I'll be very, very happy to answer as soon as it comes into the public chat. So let's begin with terminology and in simple words what the terms means. So obviously this session is heavily affected, and the reason why we need such session is because of the Brexit, right? So United Kingdom has left the European Union, and that has changed a lot of things. Previously, European students were considered as European students, considered as same as United Kingdom students. Therefore, everything that United Kingdom students used to get, Lithuanians, Latvians, and other European countries used to get too. So funding, as an example, freedom of movement, other things, they were exactly the same as for British people. However, ever since Brexit has officially now have happened, European students are now considered being international, and the rules that applies to European students also applies to the students from America, Canada, China, Vietnam, and any other place you can think of apart from UK and Commonwealth. So, okay, COVID-19, very quick one. At the minute, what I'm hearing is that all the countries in Europe pretty much are looking forward to start studying physically. In fact, even this autumn, we're seeing that majority of the universities are offering physical studies. So COVID is not affecting us that badly. However, if situation would change, then I would highly recommend for you to get in touch with the Kalba people who will be able to advise you any further. Visa. So visa is the document you need to, in order to be able to study and live in the United Kingdom, to arrive to the United Kingdom. And this is the status that is being given to international students and human beings in general, in order to realize their life, in the UK. Now, pre-settled and settled statuses, if you have these statuses, then your rules and your opportunities could be very different to what you will hear in this webinar today. So if you have a pre-settled and settled status, then please let me know in the chat. If that is the case, I strongly recommend you to come for a individual consultation, because the situation of yours will be very different to all the rest of the people that doesn't have these statuses. Talking about visa, there is a couple of rules that are important. In general, visa is not something that, like in the United States, you need to win in a lottery or similar. It's pretty straightforward thing. However, it does cost money. So as you can see, £348 is the application fee for a visa. There's also a health surcharge you need to pay, which is £470. Then you need to show, in some cases, the living expenses. So you need to show that you have at least some money into your bank account in order to be able to survive in the United Kingdom. So this could or could not be checked. So if you're not too sure if you would have those 10,000 to show in your account, the rule, I think, in general is to show sorry. The rule is, in general, I think, to show something between 10 and 12,000 pounds in your bank account that has been in your bank account for a last 30 days. So this means that if you're having or getting some money and you can show it that for 30 days it was there, that should completely meet the requirement, okay? However, in some cases, this requirement may not be relevant, because European countries are considered low risk, and due to the fact that they are low risk, this requirement is not mandatory. However, if the border control or United Kingdom government would ask you to provide that evidence, you would have to provide. So this is the requirement where I think some universities might proactively ask in advance. Okay. Very final thing about the visa is that it actually brings some limitations, and one of the limitations is working hours. So you cannot work more than 20 hours a week. I know for some of the students it won't be a problem because they used to do only part-time job anyway. However, for others that want to perhaps work more hours or do a lot of practicals that are not covered by the university and their studies, then obviously this could be a limitation. Other things like for example, changing course of the universities could be a very complicated thing if we are coming on a visa. So visa normally is given to you to go to particular university to deliver the particular studies. So this means if you are not meeting these requirements, the visa can be taken away from you. Therefore, changing the courses or changing the universities are extremely difficult or close to impossible, let's say. Another thing that is also important is obviously the criminal activity and other kind of bad things that could happen. So again, because you are on a visa, you have to be very careful. You cannot, for example, work illegally or do something similar, because you would be in a risk to lose the visa. If you lose the visa, then you have no right to stay in the United Kingdom. Therefore, your studies can also be rejected, revoked. So this is about the visa. Is there any questions actually about this terminology and the visa? And then if not, we will carry on. Okay, let's carry on. So funding, bursary, scholarship. So this is changing as well. So UK government student finances are no longer available. This is the fact. The only, as you can see, there is the symbol next to available, and this means that basically if you have a pre-settled or settled status, then for you it's different again. For all other students that will be coming on a visa, This original student finance we all know or may not know about is no longer available. Bursaries and scholarships are available for international students, and they are bigger than ever, I would say. However, what we need to remember is that if before technically United Kingdom education used to cost 9,250 per year due to the fact that we were European Union, now these studies will cost you the international fees, and that could be anything from 9,000 up until probably 20,000. However, most of the universities are planning or already confirmed that they will be offering scholarships to make the prices exactly same like previous years. So this means you might get automatic scholarship in order to get your price down to 9,250 or similar. So then the rest of the scholarship does really depend on your individual circumstances, but I would say that in the most cases no other scholarships will be available, because the scholarship to take your price back down from international to European will probably be pretty large scholarship anyway. Other options could be the FINS loan, and about this FINS loan you can find out more. I'll actually send you a link to their website. So FINS loan could be one of the things you might want to consider. This is available across the European Union, so it's available for all the students from European Union. It has conditions which I strongly recommend you to check, but it can help you. Also, we are currently in a conversations to have one of the banks in Latvia loan that would be available for Latvian. So as soon as I will know something, I will definitely let Marks and Anna know about it. And once you get in touch with Marks and Anna at our Kalba office, they will be able to tell you and update you on these news. Okay. However, this could or could not happen, and it may take some time. So even if you're considering UK, always think if there is any backup option that you would like to take as well, just in case there would be no funding available, or maybe you'll just see that elsewhere is the universities or programs that actually fits your needs better. Scotland is a little exception, let's say, in all of these rules. So obviously visa and everything else still remains the same. However, Robert Gordon University is offering the studies £5,000 a year. So this is by a country mile, the best price you will find in the United Kingdom. And again, if the actual tuition fee is the problem, then for some students, Robert Gordon University can be the solution. So £5,000 a year, price that is in some cases similar to Lithuanian studies if you have to pay for a paid for space. So if you are really, really into studying in United Kingdom, then please get in touch with Kalba guys, and they will be able to help you with Robert Gordon University, and will be able to tell you how much exactly your course will cost, because the course fees do vary. However, it will be the better price than pretty much all the universities in the United Kingdom. Okay. And then another thing that is fairly new is due to the fact that it's getting difficult or challenging, let's say, to go to United Kingdom to study, United Kingdom universities have actually opened their European faculties. And the reason for this is that you would be able to study English university, British university, get their diploma, get their degree, but you wouldn't need to get the visa. you wouldn't need to pay such a high fees, and also you would be able to benefit from all the rest of the European Union benefits, such as free health service, unlimited working hours, and so on and so on. So this is a fairly new trend, but we already, as you can see from the list, have the options in Germany, Poland, Ireland, Cyprus, Greece, where you could study for a UK university and get a UK degree, but not paying such a high amount, and perhaps finding even more benefits from European, from European Union, card that they can offer. Okay, so Germany, as you can see in these pictures, on top of it is Lancaster Leipzig new building. So we are just waiting for their new pictures, but it's just about to open now. On the very bottom is Coventry Wrocław. So that's a Polish university campus of Coventry. Those two universities are incredibly modern, are able to offer you various expertise, including studies with the actual British teachers. So, for example, we recently, last summer, visited Coventry, and we met 4 teachers. And out of those 4 teachers, 2 were Polish, speaking perfectly fine English, and the other 2 were American and Greek. Okay, so the campus itself feels no any different than what I was feeling in Coventry when I visited Coventry about 3 years ago, I would say. And this is all brand new, Now, talking about Wrocław, in Poland, other things that are very, very beneficial are the great logistics links. Wrocław is positioned on the border with Czech Republic and close to the border of Germany. So for those like me who loves to travel, that place is a perfect way to travel across the Europe. At the same time, it's well established, is a very young and modern city, has a lot of students because it has a local universities there as well. It's very international and it has a lot of business links that are looking for a people like you, people that could speak very high level of English, people that would come from different countries and have a different kind of perception to life, okay, different knowledge. Lancaster on top is one of the top universities in the world. They are top 200 university in the world by QS ranking, and their campus in Leipzig, Germany, is also an incredible opportunity for you to get the education at the similar price, that UK used to be. It's somewhere between 9,000 and 10,000 euros per year. However, if you are a very strong student and you have a good academia, strong profile, you can get the full funding for that university, and that way you will be able to study for free at that time. And then once you finish your studies, you will need to pay your loan back, very similarly to what it used to be UK. Programs, just for you to imagine, Lancaster Leipzig is offering accounting and finances, business management, computer science, and software engineering, whereas Coventry is offering, in Poland, is offering digital and technology solutions. As you can see, very technological. Aviation management is something I would kind of point out as one of the most interesting, perhaps, study branches in Coventry Wrocław, as they have airport nearby, and students can actually practice their study skills there. Other Germany universities we could be talking about are also teaching in English. They also are able to offer the full tuition fee funding if that is what you need. They also could offer you the opportunity to study and work. They provide you the highest quality studies. It's fourth strongest economy in the world. And the minimum hourly rate, as you can see, is pretty high. So for those of you that want to study and self-support yourself during the studies, Germany is an incredibly good place to be. Okay? And as you can see from the map here, in Germany, we have multiple locations you could go to. So we are very, very flexible. And most of those locations can be fully funded if you are successful in your application process and interview. So coming back to the other countries that I want to touch upon is Ireland and also Germany. So that's a BIM. They offer you the studies in Dublin, Berlin, or Hamburg, and this is a purely musical university. Okay, now BIM is a super modern, as you can see the pictures. These are the pictures made by me actually at the BIM in Germany, in Berlin, and BIM is one of those universities that has the incredibly close links with a different companies and business. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see from the board of that house of music. So they're actually even in the same building with all the rest of the musical production. Patreon is also a very famous brand companies, and they are working together, So if you would be to study in Berlin BIM, you would be able to work potentially with these people too. Greece and Cyprus. Okay, so Greece and Cyprus is a something that is very unusual for a Baltic student. However, it has a lot of benefits to it, which I think a lot of our students will love. So one of the benefits, the main benefit, is that obviously the studies are again in English. Okay, for a number of years, Greece and Cyprus used to be one of the biggest countries to travel to United Kingdom for our studies. So these countries has a particular ethos into the study quality, and because of that, you can be sure that Greeks, Cypriots, as same as all the rest of the students that are coming to the Greece and Cyprus universities will find the British quality studies, and after finishing the university, they will be getting the UK university diploma. They are working with a number of different universities. So, but those are like University of East Anglia, Solent University, University of Central Lancashire, University of Sunderland, and many other United Kingdom universities. Now, studies in Greece and Cyprus will cost you somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 euros a year. However, they are looking for workers like you, and this is a very, very important point. Greece and Cyprus are the massive tourist resources, massive tourist destinations, and for that reason, they are always looking for somebody who can speak nice English, who can actually be professional, work very hard. And if this is something you want to do, study and work, then Greece and Cyprus could be an ideal place for you. Also, the Greece and Cyprus, similarly to Poland, has a reasonably cheap living. So this means you wouldn't need that much money to actually start your career in Greece and Cyprus. Very international again, lots of summer, not a lot of winter. This is what I love. So around 300 days of sun. They normally advertise plenty of beaches, and this is, I think, perfect location for our studies, because for our students it will have everything you would like to have: nature, sea, bars, restaurants, but also the history, the culture, the university with a high quality education. So all of it will be available in Greece and Cyprus. Other European countries I would like to touch upon is Ireland, that we spoke about, but this time we'll be talking more about like Irish universities that are existing in Ireland. Belgium, then also you could be studying online if that's what you are interested in. Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark. So Ireland, I've actually just got back from the Ireland, and the thing I liked the most perhaps is the nature and the freedom that Ireland has. So their cities and geography is very actually similar to Latvians, because their largest city is Dublin, which holds 2 million people, and the second largest city holds around 160,000 people in the city of Cork, which is very similar to Riga and Daugavpils situation in Latvia, okay? So for many Latvians, Ireland will actually be very familiar. Now, studies are guaranteed in English, and the beautiful thing of studies in Ireland is that all programs are actually in English. So what you can do is actually choose any program you like, whereas in other countries, those programs are actually translated. Full tuition funding available. So this means that you can get the fully funded studies. And in this case, it's not the loan. You don't actually need to pay it back. So studies would be funded, and you would, if you meet the criteria, and you would be able to study for free. Opportunity to work and study. So you will always be able to study and work, and they're actually looking for workers like you in any city we went to. International friendly, it has a lot of business. Google is there, Microsoft is there, Dell is there, a lot of pharmacy companies is there. So depending on what sort of program you would like to study, there is a lot of great links for you. Okay. Transportation, again, fantastic Dublin airport, which is very busy. You can fly pretty much anywhere you like from there. And the minimum hourly rate, so this is how much money you will be paid at work per hour, is 10 euros 50 cents. So this is a very good money, and students that will be studying in Ireland will be able to support themselves financially if they would like to work. Belgium, at the minute, we have one university called HOUest, and what is great about HOUest is that they have a very unique digital programs that is actually very good price. Okay, so it's only 1,000 euros a year, actually even less than 1,000 euros a year, but the quality is absolutely highest. So if you can see here, I've just wrote here that the games program in the HOUest University has the rookies ranking of 4th in the world. And just to show how high is the quality, actually, the only universities and programs above them are the universities that would cost, for example, 50,000 Canadian dollars a year. Just imagine that. And your studies, that level in Belgium would cost around 800 to 900, depends on the course. Okay? This is how it looks like. Absolutely modern, blended with a very traditional, and it's just another great country with a lot of neighboring countries. So great country to travel, great country to be in, and they are waiting for students from Lithuania and Latvia. So I think if you are interested in information technology, in computing programs, then this destination, or in the media actually programs, animation, graphic design, so those sort of programs are great in this University of Applied Sciences, HOUest it's called. Okay, so the other remaining countries that we haven't touched upon is Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark. Okay, so in all of them, studies are in English, and this is something they share between each other. In Netherlands, we could find a very large selection actually of universities and English programs. So this means that you will be able to choose from a quite large selection. However, this country is not speaking in English, so not well. They are speaking in English, but their main language is Dutch. So any programs that you cannot find, they're probably only being offered in Dutch. The price for a studies there is approximately 2,200. However, normally every year, and I'm guessing this year will be no different, the first year fee, tuition fee, is normally 50% discount. So that would mean that your very first year would cost you about 1,080 euros. Studies in Sweden are also in English. We have, similarly to like Belgium, we have one university called Jönköping, and they offer various actually programs, and they are free of charge. As same as another country that is very popular and also is free of charge is Denmark, who has studies abroad in English. However, due to recent changes in Denmark, the program numbers, universities, and the spaces, how many people they can accept, they are very, very limited. So if you are interested in Denmark, again, don't hesitate, and as quickly as possible come to the free consultation that Marks or Anna will be able to offer you, and they will be able to advise you on which programs will be available. So these three countries we touch the least, because these are quite well-known countries. However, if you don't know too much about them, then I strongly recommend you to attend a similar webinars for these countries, and also highly recommended to come for a individual consultation that will be able to Marks and Anna tell you everything you need to know about studies abroad. So that's the end of our webinar. It has been a very quick and sharp. So Paulius, for your attention, and I'm waiting for the questions. If you have any questions, please send me a question in the public chat. If you don't have any questions, then thank you very much and have a lovely evening. Okay, I can see that no questions are coming in. So once again, Paulius, thank you very much, and have a fantastic evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.